Hey, Coach, this is Coach Van back again with our next video book preview. And today we're going to go over the two-side fast break. I call it the rocket break. That's our terminology and vocabulary. But most of you coaches will know this as the two-side fast break. For those of you who are not familiar with what the two-side fast break is, on the second half of this video, I'm going to attach a podcast that I had done with Steve Collins with teachhoops.com, where we actually break down the two-side fast break. We give you a couple video previews, and then I give you a couple plays that we walk through. So you can fast forward to that if you're not familiar with it. But this is one of our smaller books. You'll see here, we just have 98 pages in this book. We give you 15 different rocket break plays that we can transition to from our primary break into our secondary break, just in case if we don't get that initial look. And then we also give you a ton of different drills that we use in the rocket break as well. So pretty simple, but just kind of give you a quick breakthrough. You'll see here, I'll give you a quick example here. Here's our 3-on-2 continuous rocket break drill. The whole concept here, as you can see here in frame 2, let me blow this up a little bit for everybody so everybody can see. You'll see here, we want one to attack the paint, draw the defender X3, but then we got a two-side fast break on this side of the floor. And this is essentially what we're looking at. X5 is going to close out on 3. And then we got the one more pass to number 2 for a wide open shot there in the corner. Now, the whole read here is too, if number 1 comes down, X3 steps up to stop the ball, and number 1 passes to 2 and X5 closes out here, then we're obviously going to make that pass to 3, and then 3 will have the shot. So that's the read. You'll see here that each drill, each frame is color coded, so it's very easy to recognize the offense and the defense. And the descriptions below are also very detailed as far as the rotations go and the teaching points in each drill. You can see in frame 2 here, we get the shot, number 2 takes it up, and then we get continuity going back the other direction. You got 2 defenders waiting on the other side of the floor. X5 and X3 sprint to the wing and the corners, and we're right back into continuity in our drill. So just one example there of one of the drills that we like to do out of our two-side fast break. So I'll just kind of scroll up and down so everybody can see. This is the rocket two-side break book, and here's some of our quick hitters that we like to run out of it if we can't get our initial look, and that is the book. So if anybody has any questions, you can email me at coachvan@nextplayhoops.com. And right now we're going to go into the second half of the video, and I hope you enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you at the next book preview. Thanks.
All right, Coach. So we're going to talk about rocket break. So where did this name come from, and what does this entail?
Yeah, rocket break is what I call it rocket, but it's the Houston Rockets kind of made it famous. The Auburn Tigers made it famous with Bruce Pearl when they had that big run there a couple of years ago. And all it is a two-side fast break. I mean, how many times?
I love the two-side fast break.
Yeah, I mean, how many times as coaches, I mean, the numbered break has been there forever that goes straight into the swing and what have you. But how it just got really old to me to like, okay, we got 2 players over here. Oh, you got to run all the way to the other side of the court now because we don't have floor balance, right? That's gone now. Now with the rocket break, we don't have to worry about that. We can just flow right into our offense and try to get some early looks out of it.
So you don't have to relocate, because I don't get me started on the number break, but I used to hate having to run down one side of the court or having to clear to the other side. I think this is a solution to that. I love that.
It is. And, you know, not only are you clearing to the other side, sometimes you're going underneath the hoop and clearing. And then other times you got a guy's going, oh, you know, I got to get to the other side of the floor. And he's running right in front of our ball handler to get to the other side of the floor. It's just chaos. So
doesn't make any sense.
That? I don't know. So those days are gone. And I got a quick video here I'll show you.
Okay.
So we explain to everybody exactly what the two-side fast break is. This is a clip of Auburn here. So shot goes up, point guard's pushing the ball. Now, as you can see right here in the video, you got 2 guys on the weak side of the floor. Okay.
Right.
That's the only thing we're looking at. Where in years past, we'd send this guy right here over here to the strong side just to balance the floor out. We don't have to do that.
Right.
So Oh, okay. So kind of skipped ahead there. Right here, the number one thing we want to do is get the point guard to penetrate and get in the paint. Okay. When he does that in our primary break, what's the defense? We're usually typically in like a 3-on-2 advantage.
Right.
So because we have two guys on the weak side of the floor and we got this point guard penetrating here into the paint, the top guy has got to stop the ball, right? And what happens is the
Right.
weak side guy is now in a tough position where he has to guard two. Okay. So you can see right here, I'll hit play. Boom. He makes the passer. The defense actually does a decent job of closing out where this guy is here so he can't be in position for the one more, and he's closing out on the shooter. But this guy's got a wide open shot here.
I love that.
Just play into the second.
And does it have to be? Do you want the two people opposite the ball? Is what you're telling me?
Correct. Well, it's wherever you're at, really, but
okay.
Primarily what you would want them to do. Yes.
So they're both opposite there.
Yes. Did you see that?
I did that. So, but he didn't get quite to the paint, but he's looking up.
Yeah, exactly. If we can pass the ball ahead, we want to pass. I mean, the ball moves faster than we do, right?
Right.
So we want to kick that. We want to kick that thing ahead first and foremost. He does an amazing job. I guess you're right. I should have stated that before. I mean, we want to attack the paint to put pressure on the defense, but if we can kick the ball ahead in a situation like this,
look at the big guy in the middle of the court has his head turned for the white team. So that's what I don't even know what's that, Auburn orange or whatever. So there he's already looked. He doesn't even know where the ball is at this point. So the point guard did a great job getting the ball up to that opposite side, double-sided.
Now this sums it up perfectly right here in this positioning. This guy's going to drop to the corner, and this guy's going to come right here into the wing.
Right.
There's one guy to guard two guys.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about it.
The game is simple, people. The game is simple. If one person has to guard two, you win.
Yes. Typically, right? So I'm gonna hit play here and you'll see what happens. He has to close out one more and look at that. Wide open. And it's that simple. And
I love that.
That's the rocket break.
I love that. Show that on the fast draw.
Yep. Got it. So right here, you got number 2 and 3 on the weak side. This is just a play. Obviously, we're looking for one to come in here and make a pass to 2. If they close out on 2, we hit the one more, and we got a wide open shot there. Here, you just saw us pass the ball to 3. X3 came up. We made the extra pass to 2. That's what we're looking to do. But what if that doesn't happen? What if we can't do that and we can't penetrate? What can we just flow into out of our rocket break? This is rocket through floppy fist, and all this is one passes the ball to 5 who is trailing. Okay, so we got this big might have come down like in your normal numbered break, came down here, didn't have anything, rim ran, but couldn't get him the ball, so he pops out.
Do you like rim running on a break?
Love it.
Okay.
I do. Well, depends what we're in, and it depends on my lineup. But if I got a big who we can take advantage of, yeah, I mean the deeper.
I think the key to a rim run is they got to get out of there.
Well, what I like to do, what I teach is if, let's say 4 gets here, if we can beat our man down the floor, I have my man stop right here. And he steals X4.
Right.
So look at all that space we have to pass. Why would I run straight to a block? It drives me crazy when a guy runs straight here when he could have stopped right there, and look at all the passing space.
I know. That's my point is that sometimes I think they're mechanical in what they do, and it's like, come on, people. Why didn't you just
our job.
Yeah, it is.
That's
our job.
Coaches. So, but yeah, if we can get guys out running and beat them down the floor, that's easy buckets. We want to pass the ball ahead and get an easy land.
Right.
So 1 is going to pass the ball here to 5. Now we're kind of in some 5-out spacing. This is something you could run in your 5-out stuff too. 5's got the ball up top. 1 is just going to cut through the lane. Okay. And he's going to get a double screen here. So 2 is going to come in here and set a screen for 1. And 1 is now going to come off number 2 and 3's double screen. As soon as 2 sets that screen, it's floppy action. That's why we call it through. The through action is the one cutting through. The floppy is 1 coming off the double and then 2 coming off the single on the weak side. Okay. And we'll look for 5 will now swing the ball to 1. Once we do that, 5's just going to immediately sprint into a ball screen, and we got a 3-man game going on this side of the floor. X3 has got a decision. One comes off number 5 screen here. If X3 tags, what's the read? We pass the ball back to number 3. If X3 is coming up here and we got X5 who's got to step up and stop the ball, then we got the pass right here. If X4 wants to come over and help now, we got the strong side pass to 4. So we just end in a 3-man game on that side.
Oh, I love that. All right. So do you have a book just on fast breaks? Where would people find this? Again, I'll put all of this down in the show notes. I'll put the fast draw he just talked about in the video for those of you that are listening. But Coach, where do you find this in your vast library of playbook?
Yeah, well, I got 2. If you just want to learn the rocket break and you want some breakdown drills to teach this specific offense, I have the rocket 2-side fast break playbook.
Okay.
And you can get that. Or if you're looking just for everything transition, where we have the numbered break and we got the 2-side break and we got the point offense, we also have a transition playbook that has all. It's called the transition offense.
Okay. So I'll put both of those links down in the show note. People can find both of those down below, so that you don't have to hunt around to find those. So, yeah, that was great.